Hello, welcome to part 3 of my series on toxins. As I continue to give information about toxins, it can be very discouraging. I know it's discouraging for me to read and learn about all of this. But remember, we're on the journey together. And you're just going to focus on what could you make a difference in today? What could you do this week? What can you do next week? What could you do the next month? And you just take it one piece at a time. I don't have the financial wherewithal to make all these big changes in my life at one time, and I know most of us don't. And it's okay. So we just keep making changes to focus on our well-being and improving our well-being. So even as I continue through this series, I will mention things that you can do, but I will focus a video on different ways to detox. So just as a recap, that again, when they tested umbilical cord blood of newborns, they found on average 212 industrial chemicals already that have already come to a newborn through the placenta. So we're already born toxic, which, and all the toxins, and as I continue to go over these, you'll see there's a reason why they predict that 1 out of 2 people by 2030 will have been diagnosed with cancer. It's another reason why we need to detox and start removing these toxins from our world. Since World War II, over 72,000 toxins have been created. Only 2% of those have been tested for toxicity, mutagenic, carcinogenic, and birth defects. The average home contains 62 toxic chemicals. So it's just crazy what we are exposed to. So I'm going to continue talking about that today. And again, just trying to show how important it is of why we are careful what we expose ourselves to, and that we then take steps to detox. So this is going to be toxic cosmetics, toxic chemicals and cosmetic ingredients. So you maybe personally don't use cosmetic ingredients, but you know people who do, right? Shampoo, the average number of chemicals are 15. The most worrying is sodium lauryl sulfate and propylene glycol. Possible side effects are neurological damage in the fetus, irritation, possible eye damage. So again, right there, eyeshadow has 26 chemicals on average. The most worrying is polyethylene terephthalate, linked to cancer, infertility, hormone disruptions, and damage to the organs in our body. Lipstick, average 33 chemicals. And if a good friend of mine is listening to this, her name begins with a P, who is the lipstick queen, please get safe lipsticks. The most worrying is polymethyl methacrylate, possible side effects, allergies, cancer links. Nail varnish on average has 31 chemicals. Again, phthalates, hormone disruption, fertility issues, problems in developing babies. Fake tan, people who use those, on average it has 22 chemicals. Ethylparaben, methylparaben, propylparaben, rashes, irritation, hormonal disruption. Hairspray, average number of chemicals are 11. Octinoxate, isophthalates, allergies, hormone disruption, irritation to eyes, nose, and throat, changes in cell structure. Deodorant, on average 32 chemicals in it. Aluminum, zirconium, isopropyl myristate, organ irritation, hormone disruption. Blush, 16 chemicals. Ethylparabens, methylparaben, propylparabens, rash, irritation, hormone disruption. You see how many of these things can disrupt our hormones. Foundation, so foundation that you put on your face. Average 24 chemicals. Polymethyl methacrylate, disrupts the immune system, allergies, links to cancer. Perfume, and again, remember, they don't have to list all the fragrance ingredients. On average, 250 chemicals. Sperm damage linked to cancer, organ irritant, hormone disruption. Body lotion, on average 32 chemicals. Methylparaben, propylparaben, polyethylene glycol, also which is also found in cleaners. Rash, irritation, hormone disruption. So again, if you think, when particularly people who are really into, like a lot of times females, but people are into cosmetics and skincare and all of that, think of how much we are wearing when we use all these products. Again, the Environmental Working Group, ewg.org, great place to go. You can look up your product there to see if they have it. If they don't have it, then you can start inputting some of the chemicals, listed on the product and see how they're rated. So, other toxins that we're exposed to is EMFs, electromagnetic fields. And this isn't any kind of woo-woo weird thing. This is all just from our technology that we have. They all send out, electromagnetic fields. Our bodies are just made up of electromagnetic fields. Our individual, the individual cells in our heart conduct electricity. So just all the technology we have, which can be great, but now we're also being exposed to all of these electronic fields, and we really don't have a whole lot of research, although it is coming out more and more, and I'm going to share some of that with you, of how it's actually affecting our body. So everybody is exposed now, from generation and transmission of electricity, domestic appliances and industrial equipment, telecommunications, and broadcasting. Low-frequency electric fields influence the human body just as they influence any other material made up of charged particles. Recent medical research has uncovered links between prolonged exposure to electromagnetic radiation and many health impacts. So again, feel free to use the web link if you are on Instagram, Facebook in my profile, YouTube in the description link in the box, so that way you can see the resources that I'm using. But here are some of the effects of the electromagnetic fields that have on our body. Potentially brain tumors, Alzheimer's, cognitive impairment, reduction in melatonin production, acoustic neuroma, Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as ALS. Well-being effects, toasted skin syndrome, electromagnetic sensitivity, reduction of blood and oxygen flow to vital systems. Cellular effects, DNA damage, leukemia, cancers including breast and skin, infertility and decreased sperm motility, blood-brain barrier, try saying that, disruption. A lot of times people, if they keep their cell phone on them all the time, they'll start to feel a tingling or vibration-like feeling where they usually keep their cell phone. So these are just, again, everyday effects can be problems with concentration or memory loss, headaches, tiredness or exhaustion, sleep disturbance, lack of focus or mental clarity, aches and pains. Now, does that mean all of these things, if somebody has Alzheimer's, it's because of the electromagnetic field? Not necessarily, right? It could be other issues as well. So it's not saying that the EMFs are the sole reason why somebody may have leukemia. It's just saying that they are discovering that this chronic exposure to the EMFs is actually responsible for some of these issues. Finally, sick building syndrome. And that's, in our homes and in our office buildings, 81% of people are at risk from suffering from a respiratory or dermatological condition because of poor air quality inside their own home. 90% Americans spend 90% of their time indoors, and as a result, we're extremely vulnerable to indoor pollution. Again, I'm sitting outside. When it's nice, I am trying to be outside as much as possible. According to the EPA, indoor air in the U.S. homes can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the most polluted outdoor air. Indoor air pollution ranks among the top 5 environmental dangers facing the public. Nearly 90% of U.S. homeowners don't know that indoor pollution can be worse than outdoor pollution. So top sources: smoking and combustion appliances, radon gas, mold and dust mites, solvents and cleaning products, emissions from furnishings and building materials. And again, I would add to that cookware. All the Teflon products and things, cookware is a big, in fact, Mayo cites it in its cookware in its top 10 of the non-stick coatings for cookware in their top 10 list of cancer-causing agents. I have gone over my 10-minute limit. I hope you're finding this information helpful. And again, I will be talking about how can we detox our body to improve our health. Take care.